today? Wait. And hold my drink, baby. It's gonna be a bumpy ride. So I am so excited. We have Tay and D from Tay and D's reality series. What's going on, ladies?
Hey, what's up? We're here. We're good.
How was your day?
That was pretty eventful.
Yeah, we did nothing much but sleep.
We just lay down and sleep for the entire day.
Okay. I envy y'all because y'all are in Jamaica, right?
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Okay, well, tell everybody a little bit about y'all.
Okay. So I'm Dee, and this is Stay from T and D's reality series. Um, we are.
A lesbian couple living in Jamaica. We been together for almost 5 years now. August this year will be 5 years since we've been together. And between those years it has been rough, but somehow we managed to keep it together. And for the most part, we have actually grown.
Okay. Okay. So y'all have a YouTube channel as well.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
And it is awesome. It is awesome. Y'all always look like y'all are always having so much fun.
Most times we are. We try to have fun because it actually brings out the naturalness of the things that we're doing in the video.
Yeah. And it's no pretending, it's all real.
Yeah.
And we make sure we're our authentic selves. So
Yeah.
Okay. What inspired you ladies to start your own show?
For me, it was a case where I wanted to share my side of my life somewhat
Mhm.
because from a very tender age, I've gone through a lot, and I just wanted to share my side of the story with the rest of the world. So I also have my own YouTube channel, which is called Tay Blue Street TV.
Okay.
And for her channel, all right, so after she started her channel, she said to me, do you want us to have a couples channel? I say, sure. And we were back and forth because we knew that doing this, we would have been facing with a lot of backlash and stuff like that. But and then we wanted to tell our story. As she said, we decided let's tell our story and all of that. So that's how we started YouTube.
Okay. Okay. Y'all are fascinating. I've been watching y'all for a minute. Been trying to get y'all on the show because y'all are just so cool.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So, let's see, because I had some questions, but uh, one of the things that I wanted to kind of touch on is because y'all are in Jamaica.
Right.
So let me ask you this: how has the pandemic affected Jamaica?
Um,
Um,
wow, that's a whole different level.
in the beginning, it seemed like we wouldn't have been affected a whole lot. We wouldn't have a lot of cases because we were really and truly trying to stay away from all of this, the people itself. And then after a while, I think maybe like when December,
Yeah, because we got our first case around December,
right?
2019. Yeah, 2019. And yeah, it was really rough because we were not used to this lockdown and all of
It
that.
was a
And it
different
was,
norm.
yeah, and to be honest, I actually got infected and it took a toll on me, but glory be to God, I'm still here.
Okay.
Right. So otherwise from that, persons are, they became, some of them became, what's the word? They
Upset.
started to know, they started to comply somewhat with wearing the mask and all of that.
Oh,
And so after a while, we kind of ease into the sanitizing regularly and stuff like that. But then it's gotten to a point now where a
it's
lot of
like,
people, it's getting worse because more people are becoming infected. So I don't know if
Mhm.
I'm not really sure what's happening there, but yeah. But it has affected us good and bad, honestly.
I think one of the things that I miss the most about pre-pandemic time frames is being able to go out and not wear the mask, and being able to be comfortable in a restaurant when you're sitting there eating.
You
I
could
remember it wasn't too long ago. I was on vacation somewhere, and I was sitting across from the table from this lady. She started coughing. It was like the whole, it was like, ooh, 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 girl, what kind of cough is that? That sounded a little dry. It sounded a little
yeah.
dry. I need you to mask up or leave or something. It's been something else.
Getting used to it. It's been
It
and
hasn't really been getting, it's not about
not
really
not
getting
us,
used
not
to it, but it's more of a case where we have to try to save ourselves because nobody's really looking out for you. Because I remember when I got infected and I
Uh-huh.
did not know, and on my way to from work to home, I've been trying to like, even though I did not get back the results as yet, I wasn't sure of my status, and I've been trying to like ease away from people, keeping my social distancing. And I mean, it's like the people that didn't care as much as how you're being missed. We're supposed to be social distancing. You have persons still joining upon each other and all of that, and it was just crazy.
Okay.
I
Okay.
so Kevin is our friend. I think we've done a live a color with Kevin the other day, so we invited him to come over and join us
Okay.
again.
Well, welcome, Kevin. How are you?
I'm alright. Doing well. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. Doing just fine. Now,
I'm
let me
not very.
ask you, who is that in your background?
It's just picture. Like I use my daughter and myself for the background picture because I had a family meeting prior to this, so I didn't change my background.
Okay. Okay. Well, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Um, I'm a transgender FTM, female transition to male. I was given the wrong gender at birth, but I don't go by the female gender, so that's why the old FTM definition. I was born in Jamaica, presently living in Canada. I am a YouTuber, blogger, social worker, activist, counselor. My titles are many. The list goes on.
Very many. I
But
get it.
yeah, I represent the LGBTQ and I do a lot of advocacy work. So that's just a summary.
Okay. If y'all hear noises in the background, it's not anybody being tortured. It's just my Frenchie throwing the temper tantrum.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let me ask you this because y'all are in Jamaica. I've only visited Jamaica. I absolutely love Jamaica, but from what I've heard is Jamaica is really strictly traditional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's really, really old schools, and with y'all being a part of the LGBTQ community, how what type of obstacles have y'all had to overcome? Because it is not quite as is it let me ask you this, is it accepted over there?
Maybe like
Well,
30%.
I'm in Canada.
Okay.
I live in Canada and it's accepted here in Canada. Canada is very diverse, like it's a first world country. But in Jamaica, I don't think it's accepted in Jamaica, but they're tolerating it somewhat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe like 30%.
Yeah. So one of our biggest obstacle would, as you said, be the
The
whole
acceptance.
stigma and the whole acceptance
Acceptance,
of
yeah.
it because or because as for me or everybody know, most of us in the community, most of our parents or at least one parent is in the church or is from a spiritual background. Most of us are from a spiritual background, and that doesn't go well with the LGBT community. So that's one of our biggest obstacles.
Right. Families and non-acceptance. The other thing is acceptance, maybe like at work.
Yeah, because you do have some workplaces that do stigmatize against the LGBT community. And when we just came out, um, we had our own share
Yeah.
of the cake, our own slice of the cake where that is concerned, because we were, or I was being, mostly me, I get it more than how she has gotten it. So it has been really rough for me, but I've grown and I have overcome it somewhat. So it's
Yeah.
not so bad right now.
Right now. But we have a little bit of less tolerance, less or more, a little bit more when you go on the road. It's like a percent. They may not mess with you as much through
Mm.
name
Calling and all
calling
of that.
words and all of those things. Maybe like you know, I guess maybe because it's COVID, you don't see most of them out having to mess with you or anything. So I'm not sure, but yeah.
Mm. Mm. Um, it's a lot of stuff that we're dealing with right now, at collectively. I do know that the LGBTQ community has made a lot of strides within the past year and some change. I see, Kevin, in the back. You have Help a Trans Initiative. So what is that exactly?
What is it about? It's my business. I just decided to change the background to something, and that was the first thing that my gallery could give me access to. It's the last thing on the top of my gallery. It's my business here in Canada, Kevin Up a Trans Initiative, where I do counseling and I provide other services for transgenders, LGBTQ assistance, as also just for the heterosexual community. I do relationship counseling, HIV counseling, just the same. So I do a variety of things. I've been assisting transgenders in Jamaica too with online counseling, different resources that I can provide for them. And I'm trying to get a few of them out of Jamaica just the same because they don't have access to the right healthcare services that they need to transition. So a lot of them will have to leave Jamaica to be comfortable in living their truth.
Mm, because it is so traditional. Let me ask you this: do you think that in a couple next few years that they could wake up and realize that people have a right to love who they love?
Well, we are navigating around that. Myself and other persons who have left Jamaica who have platforms are trying to bring more awareness to the Jamaican people in authority because that's a breach of the human rights when they're saying gays should be put in prison for the Buggery Act and all of that. It's a breach of somebody's human rights. So other persons are really taking it up on them to navigate and to bring awareness. It is so wrong. And I hope that within the next 5, 10 years, they'll be more acceptable so that people can walk freely and not die for being who they are.
Yeah, definitely.
That is insane to me. I would not have thought that it would have been that big of a difference in the cultures. I mean, I know it's a huge difference in the cultures, but for them to be as backwards as they are, that is that is retarded to me. I don't understand that at all. And people actually have to leave their home in order to find acceptance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
it's unfair to them because then they're leaving their families and the people who matters most to them and then go to a different country to start all over and that country benefits from what Jamaica should be benefiting from.
Hmm.
Yes, that's true.
Um, Let me ask you this: what do you think should be the first step that Jamaica should start taking in order to accept the LGBTQ community? What would be the first thing that they need to do? Because this is obvious some damage that some healing, excuse me, that needs to be done.
They need to start educating themselves as to what or who the LGBTQ community is all about because a lot of persons don't even want to have conversations like these. And how are you going to help us if you don't know who we are or what we want? So they need to start being more inclusive by learning about us.
Yeah. If
Okay.
not a person,
In Canada, every organization in Canada is having LGBTQ seminars at their workplaces so that their staff can be knowledgeable as to who we are. So when we come for services, then they know how to assist us. They can't just generalize and continue saying male and female, because not every person takes a gender. Not everybody feels like they want to live their full entire life as a male. There are people who cross dress, and that has been happening for years. I know a lot of those persons who cross dress now come out as a transgender. There are a lot in Jamaica just the same. And even the lesbians can't get the love they need because when they walk on the street hand in hand, then men want to belittle them, speak badly about them. So if they're more knowledgeable about us and know that we are just human beings like themselves and let us live. So the first step Jamaica needs to take is to be more knowledgeable. People not, if they're watching a movie and gay characters come on, they turn off their TV. That's how illiterate they are.
that is true.
If there's two gay characters on the news, people start cursing. Why is this on the news? I did an interview with the Glean and they bashed me so much on the interview. Why is this on Gleaner? Gleaner have nothing to do. Look how much crime going on in Jamaica and they put transgender in the Gleaner. They were like so dumb and stupid with the comments. Just watch the thing to learn. They watch the thing to bash and to criticize, and that is where they're going wrong. And then they hit you with the Bible, like the same Bible not tell them about love.
Exactly.
It's just a hot
I was
mess.
about to don't even get me started on the Bible, all of the discrepancies that are in the Bible.
Exactly.
I don't think people realize that. There's a whole lot of I don't want to step on no toes, but it's a whole lot of discrepancies than in the Bible. It really is. Um, it's sad. I'm glad that I have y'all on here so that we can raise the awareness because more people need to know what is going on.
Yeah.
You should not again you should not have to go to a whole nother country in order to
To live
find
a life.
acceptance.
Exactly.
I don't understand that at all. So then after that, what do you think? What would be the next step as for the community as a whole?
Um,
If do you want to answer that one or you want me to answer it?
I was gonna say the next step though, after educating themselves,
Sorry.
they had started out with introducing into schools and stuff, the curriculum. Um, get to like familiarize the children from their like, young coming up. The other
That's
day,
like a far fetched though.
no, what they can do, I mean, remember we were born to hate, we were taught to hate. We weren't taught to what's the phrase? We were taught to hate, right? Because for me to hate you, I would be like somebody that would be telling me stuff to hate you, right? So just they can actually teach them love, because some of them they don't really understand. From so if you know them say from they're smaller, they coming up, they would actually have that embedded in their brain. At least they would know how to interact with another person, maybe a child from another family. Like, you understand?
And yeah, but as it relates to what she just said, I think that one is a bit far fetched. But as Kevin said, resources, the accessibility or the more availability of resources, because as Kevin said, a lot of persons don't know about what all the letters in the community means. They only know about the gay and the lesbians. They don't know about the trans. They don't know about the queer. They don't know about the pansexual. There's a lot of other initials or genders or identities rather that comes underneath the community, and they are not aware of it. And to be open-minded is also, I think, is a next step for persons, or a next step persons can take. Because for once, as Kevin said, as most of them see a gay or a lesbian couple in a movie, they turn off the TV. If a little boy is acting girly or takes up a doll, oh, could put on the dolly, you're not girl and stuff like that. So
Man, boys don't cry.
yeah, and oh, boys don't cry, and girls not supposed to wear boy clothes, and all of that. And as I said, it's just lack of
Knowledge.
a lot of things.
Yeah.
A lot of ignorance is going on there. Is some of that going on over? Is not as bad as it is over there, but it does exist here as well.
Yeah.
Um, with little children, little boys especially, they're always told, like you were saying, you can't cry, or they're forced to be something that they're not,
Yeah.
and you end up doing a whole lot more damage by doing stuff like that. And I don't think people realize that.
They don't.
And some of the things that they let pass because we're taught to go to the pastors for help, and those persons are the same ones
Or
who
even
are damaging our minds from a very tender age.
or
Because
even
I'm
the
coming
priest or whatever.
coming to you saying, or even the police coming to you, confiding in you, telling you this, and then you're gonna turn around and
Use it against
rape
you
me.
or so.
Mm.
And I'm pretty sure Kevin can expound on that one. Kevin?
I only hear you the last word. Is so Kevin expound on that? What is it you want me to expound on? Remember, I'm doing an
Oh,
online training, so I'm multitasking.
okay, that's fine. That's fine. We were just saying that some of the things that we've experienced from a very tender age, like rape by
Oh
pastors.
yeah, because like people try to get rid of the gayness out of us. Like they try to rape you, they bring you to church, they hit you with the Bible. Like they could have given me a concussion. Several times they hit me with the Bible because they're trying to get rid of the lesbian or the gayness out of me because it's a sin. So I tried talking to different pastors, and the next thing I know, I was raped by these same people who I'm going to for counseling, trying to figure out who I am as a person because I was always feeling like a woman. I was always feeling like a man trapped inside of a woman's body. And because I was sexually active with females, so society thought or they assumed that I was a lesbian when there was way much more to me than just a lesbian. I was always feeling like a man. But they never took the time out to learn me for who I am or who I was. They just keep assuming that there's some demons or something in me and I'm a curse or a disgrace to the church and all of that. So I've been through it. I've been through it, and there's nothing they can do to say or break me or change me anymore. I'm done living for them. I'm now living for me and my little family here in Canada. So yes, a lot of lesbians in Jamaica have been raped because they try to explain to people or try to express themselves to people that I am not the girl you see me to be. I never want to be a man's wife. I love girls or I love ladies. I love women, but they don't get it. They feel like being a part of the community is a phase, and they don't understand that trying to change us to be what we're not, it's more depressing than living your truth.
It is true.
It is.
And that is why a lot of LGBTQ people tend to commit suicide because nobody is listening to them. I'm trying to tell you that I don't feel like a girl, and you're telling me that I am a girl, and the Bible says it, and the Bible said that I can read. So I know what the Bible says. But you continuously rebuking me, you continuously throwing it in my face that it's a sin and I'm gonna die. Then why not just die now? Just kill myself and forget the stress for later and I have to deal with it later. And that is why a lot of people choose the easier way out. Because depression is real, mental health is real. Jamaicans don't see that because a lot of them will never go to a doctor and check up on their mental health. Because if they are diagnosed, then people go and laugh at them and say they're mad.
Yeah.
Stigma. There's a
So
stigma.
they don't want to know. And it's the same thing for the HIV. A lot of people have HIV and they don't want to get tested because once they know, it's going to kill them faster than not knowing because
Yeah.
they're depressed. So people are feeling like they're a part of the LGBTQ. There are a lot of church sisters who go and get married because being a Christian is the right thing, but they're not happy.
Exactly.
They're stuck in some marriages where the husbands are beating them, cheating on them, doing all kind of exercises on them that they're not even happy or comfortable with. But because they're living a life that seems to be normal, they
Yeah.
put that as first priority.
Yep.
Um, I am so glad that I am talking to y'all because I am learning. I am. I had no idea that stuff like that was allowed. How is it
Yeah.
not even illegal to
Yeah.
do stuff like that. So none of these people that are harming innocent people, none of them are getting accosted.